Good morning, fellow zombies, wherever you are. Are we sleep deprived yet, emotionally screwed up? Or are you emotionally deprived and sleep screwed up? That's me. Here's zombie out here. We were John C. Roseman, California, who's not alive, not awake, and thinks he's back in bed somewhere, I think. Shout out to Artist McCarver. He's having conniption fits again. Girl, relax, dude. It's only June. Everyone else is having conniption fits. What is it? Tomorrow night, Thursday. The battle on media, and everyone else is having conniption fits. Yeah, I'm not having them. I'm gonna send a copy of this one to another friend of mine. Probably Bo and also the Reverend H. Rivers. Can't really see if we're saying anything right now, anyway. Okay, so Daryl, I think you're having conniption fits. You're trying to build up support on your channel, fine. And you're talking like these people out there. Yeah, and it is nerve-wracking talking about these idiots. They're gonna do. Yeah, and I remember what happened on January 6th a couple of years back, so I'm not forgetting their capabilities of total dweebazoids and idiots and maggots out there who would think that because they have Donald Trump's blessing, they can do anything else they want. And they still remind me of the Chicago and New York mobs from the 20th century all the way down to this century. All the way through the century, I should say. The only thing I hadn't seen these mobs do is actually take a life. But they're acting in the same bully manner, the same bully pulpit manner. They're going to matter more because they say so, and they're going to skull thump people's heads. Let's put it bluntly on this one. Let's just put it bluntly on this one. I don't like bullies. I'll support Biden because I ain't supporting Trump. I'll support Biden not just because he's Democrat, but because he knows what the hell he's doing, even though he's an old fart. Let's put that out. But I also give him kudos because he's got Vice President Harris, who I know has got a head on her shoulders. She's Californian. She knows the score. But besides she being Californian, she was also a prosecutor. So she knows the score. And everyone else is having conniption fits. Yeah. Aren't we having fun yet? So, and for when he's faltering, we got a backup on her. And I know she's a tough one, and she'll have to handle it. Everyone else keeps freaking about this one here. Everyone keeps forgetting about this one here. And he got a young lady because he wanted somebody tough, smart, and would be able to handle herself in crisis situations. And she has, I think. Just not quite sure which ones, but in California, she dealt with her crisis situations in courtrooms left and right, and she also became a senator, so she's got that going for her. She's not dumb. She's not dumb. Kamala Harris is not dumb. Anything. She would have been a good one, but she's the backup. Don't discount the backups just yet, in case Biden falters. She's right there. And she's not going to screw California one way or another. She's not going to screw the states one way or another. She's not going to screw the other countries one way or another. At least I hope not. Because then again, I'll be disappointed in my fellow Californian. So she knows the score. Now, that being said, uh, you're concerned Daryl concerning about the Vivek Swami in his mouth. That's all he's got is mouth. And yes, Trump hasn't picked out his vice president yet. He's getting late in the game, and he thinks he's got Biden in the bank. Biden's smart, savvy, and yes, old farts do forget things. And he's going to try to do the best he can. He may stumble on it and Trump's going to pounce on his ass. But Trump's going to stumble and he's going to pounce on his ass. So basically, we're watching two old forts fight each other off. And keep in mind, Trump has yet to announce, as of the recording date of this recording here, he has yet to get a backup stoogie. I did say stoogie, didn't I? Yeah, let's deal with that one, stoogie. So we go for other topics that might concern people up tonight. Uh, we do know that his family members don't give a shit about him except the money. That's about it. They're not standing by Trump. Unless, of course, his lordship demands it. But he's got no family support. His wife stitched him. Where's she? Daughter's not around. I haven't heard anything coming out of her. She dicked. She's ducked under cover. And the two sons are still blathering it out left and right on their own damn media channels. Or bouncing from one place to another place. Steve Bannon's going to jail. Appeals court just ruled. What's he gonna do? Go over to the Supreme Court? Says, "Now I got these guys. They'll keep me out of jail. I can't go to jail. I am not going to go to jail. The court will. Court's not going to support you on this one, asshole. You're a convict. You're a convict. You're going to jail. You're gonna do time. 4 month stint. Wake up. Then after that, you go back outside. Then you can be the mouth again. You got a problem with that? He's got a problem with that. So he's going to be a belligerent, Steve Bannon. Good. Good old Steve Bannon becoming a mouth and griping and grumbling about everybody else. It's just like every other tweezer numbnuts out there, anyway. So whatever Trump's saying, he's trying to tell people that he knows about this, he knows about that. He doesn't know shit. But he's getting advice from people, so he's not doing any debate prep on this one. Biden is. He may slip a few, but he's prepared for this thing, and he has to be, because this is how it is, guys. He's doing debate prep. He's doing what he's got to do. When I said shout out to Bo to Fifth Column, I don't know, a few days ago, he's doing something about the Starliner. I got a video to hopefully help some out on that one on my own channel to talk about the Starliner and the situation, because basically we are talking about a ballistic capsule coming back to Earth. Has to get rid of the service center, service module, and then come down with its heat shields. And let's hope to God the heat shields work this time. Because I don't want to hear about two astronauts getting cooked to death, turning into a can of spam, coming back to Earth. It's nasty. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see about it. It's bad enough we actually had, within the last 30 or 40 years, we actually had 2 or 3 astronauts, not astronauts, cosmonauts, after doing their stint up in Mir. No, not Mir. Was that Mir or Soyuz? One of those two. Oh, God, I'm losing track. That's Mir, aren't it? Had him in Mir. Oh, Lord. One of the satellites that one of the space stations there, Russia actually had cosmonauts coming back home and making home. 3 dead astronauts. Sucks. I'm just going through a list of stuff that I'm going through right now. How about the maggots out there, and the right wingers are going insane over Taylor Swift, and they're going over a British monarch of sorts in training. I don't get it with these guys. They're going after the Brit now, and they're going after an entertainment and having a connection fit song. Oh my God! Look at these people here. Look at these people. Oh no! They're casting witchcraft on people. Oh, she's a tricky one. We're going to be turning into Calvinists at this point. With their mentality. I prefer watching something about consumer reports on which frying pans to get and which frying pans not to get, especially in the non-stick stuff. Apparently, if there's some kind of conditioning that you get from uh, non-sticks, there's certain chemicals that are bonded into the. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh. Note to self: keep checking the damn burner so you don't burn down the apartment. I'm serious. After getting my water pot off the burner, already taking care of a jug full of coffee here, I have to keep on my toes remembering stuff. And yes, I know I'm going to have to get into the stage where I'm going to have to allow somebody else to come into this damn rat hole. See if they can try taking care of me for maybe an hour or two. Oh my God, that's a scary proposition. Having somebody else caring for me, I'm usually the caregiver when I was a lot younger and able to. But these days, that's a terrifying concept. I got somebody else taking care of me. You kidding me? I'm the one taking care of things. But I'm not doing a very good job at it either. Besides, I scared the hell out of it in this place. There's no way in hell somebody would be able to take care of things. If you haven't seen anything walking around or crawling around in this place, I'm not kidding. Don't freak out. That's not special effects. That's actual. That's real. That's bug war. There's no place for me to move into. No place for me to go to that I know of. I ain't got the funds for it just yet. There's no way in hell somebody could actually do a physical, you know, inventory in this place just to see how the hell I'm doing. Health and welfare check. They'll look at it and run away. I'll get pissed off about people and I'll still get tossed down the streets. I finally got Orkin coming in here. They're finally doing the spraying. I finally got the guys yesterday walking in. Same old guy. He's been at it for several months. But it's been about 2 or 3 months of inactivity, so the bugs have really gotten a foothold. I still got my traps out, so I'm still taking care of that. I was talking about things about the frying pans or certain kind of conditions and chemicals that got bonded into the skin that over time can cause some kind of brain damage or something like that. There's a report I picked up from a different city trying to do a story on non-stick pans. Certain pans that don't have these chemicals, they're fine. I gotta give me one. I gotta give me a set of them because the set I've got are really falling to pieces. I have to start thinking about that stuff. All right, on to the boring and depressing news at this point. Out in Mexico, they're still having the gangs. They still have the cartels going crazy. Sending messages over to the people via social media. Get out or else get burned out. what happens? A lot of people paid attention. They're trying to get the hell out of there. It's still a war-torn country. Not like Syria, but it's just as depressing. I'm still going through the. She must be obeyed up again? Huh, my dog's up this morning. How about that one? A couple of days ago on the local, actually on the national medias, we got the press secretary or Trump spokesperson getting their butts torn apart because they're going after CNN's intrepid reporters and they're having issues over them. They are having issues over them. Instead of talking about debate prep and how their person is going to be, no, they got to go after the moderators and they got to gripe and grumble about them. But don't you understand about this person over here? Don't you understand? And then they're cut off. And then right wing's going, well, we think that's pretty damn bad, don't you think? Yeah, they cut me off. Don't you understand? They cut me off. Ooh. And what I keep hearing is people whining like crazy. Whiner babies, I swear to God. I'm going to do something nasty and terrible to this person over here, but don't hurt me. I'm just the victim here. But I'm going to do something nasty and stupid for these people over here. I'm going to insult them because they're insulting to me and to the people I like. But don't hurt me. I'm just a victim. I could use a lot stronger language than that one. I probably could. But then, how about this one? Temecula, California, school board. Apparently, somebody who didn't like what was going on was going to go in for re-election. Actually, for an emergency session on that one. And they get booted at a recall election. And this person who was very much of a loudmouth bigot gets booted. Yeah. In Temecula, California. How about that one? Very conservative stronghold. Bye bye. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of this stuff happening these days, isn't it? A lot of misinformation. It's important to have differences of opinions because we need to be a pluralistic society, but apparently we're trying to be one thought, one school minded, depending on your particular viewpoint. There is also something I heard about, and I'll have to take this one up, I wouldn't put it past them anyway. Talk about the federal government departments getting taken down because of what they represent: education, security, and maybe a couple other things. So we take down the security, we take down the FBI, we take down the ATF, we take down the intelligence sources. We don't need those guys, do we? And we take down the Department of Education. How dare they? During Trump's time, we had Betsy DeVos trying to screw around the Department of Education over there. Somebody who wasn't qualified for that particular position was taking the position because she wasn't qualified for it and she was going to take it down one way or another by dumbing it down. Didn't work, did it? No, because there's certain topics out there that either the corporate high-ups or she must be in bed. Come on, Mama. Come here, honey. Come here, honey. It's all right, honey. All right, say, come here. No, come here. Yeah, people on both sides. I'm not talking about political sides either. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, tell me something. I'll go back to bed in a few minutes, all right? Just gotta get this off my damn chest. Okay? Nearly blind. Definitely, definitely deaf. She still wants me. I don't want her. I'm too old for it. It's growing older together. Let's go back to bed, Mama. I'll go back to bed. I'll go back to bed. Yeah, she wants me to go back to bed. Pee pads are ready for her. So I got those ready to rock and roll. Plastic bags to secure them. These are the things I worry about more. I'm seeing my dog turning into very decrepit. Very decrepit. I don't care about Vivek Swami. I don't care about Trump and his mouth concerning about religious crap. Or what he's going to be doing as a terrorist when he gets back in the office for a first day. I really don't. And as for some of the followers out there who think that they can track down people, and I've heard the stories about that one or two. About they're going to track down these important people over there or less important people and intimidate them. Bring it on, asshole and maggots. Front door's right there. We'll have a talk. We'll see where your damn stupidity in your brain is. I'm not trying to throw in the elitism. I'm trying to see where the hell your lack of intelligence is and your lack of humanity and compassion is. You're going to use Christianity as a false front, telling people you're national Christians, you follow Christ, when you don't even know. You haven't experienced. You haven't even read. You don't care. You're just going to say it because whatever's going on through that screwed up brain of yours. You can listen to a bragger that's going to say what he's going to say, and problem is, he doesn't have any constructive things to say or do for our country except retaliation, revenge, and shut this down. And he's basically turning our country into an autocratic society. You just threw away democracy, you dumb fucks. You don't read. You didn't study in school. I'm not saying get good grades in school. I'm saying study in school, or at least reading a book about government. How the country was formed, how the country was working. We have history books concerning about the very nature of our country, how it was started. Yes, it was started with slavery in it, and through amendments and through a long, hard work, got rid of it. Not to mention there was a bloody war for it, part of it. Anybody remember what happened in the Civil War? 1860 through 1864. Besides the southern countries, the southern states, the Dixiecrat states, Dixiecrat wanted things just the way they wanted it, even with slaves and taking care of things. They didn't want to be part of a federal government. Tough shit. You got part of the federal government there. We wanted slaves emancipated. We want them freed. But it took a long, long while still even recognize them as human beings. We're still fighting over that one. We can't even go outside and look at them and face to face and say, cool. I got neighbors. We got multi-ethnicity here. Different colors, different creeds, different races. It's not harmonious, but we try to get along with each other as neighbors. Try is the operative word. We're not trying to kill each other or yell or screaming at each other. Well, we have them here. This is like pluralistic society out here. I got a Latina um, manager at this place. Cool family. I've got blacks for neighbors. One family kind of adopted me. Another one keeps on top of me. It just tracks me down just to see how the hell I'm doing. Cool. I got people who actually care. They're human beings. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with feeling and being part of the human race? There's nothing wrong with it. Why would I get rid of? Why would I get rid of that? Part of the religious dogma or training or whatever they're going to be using the new euphemisms for it. What I was reading in the Bible and going through church school and then hearing the sermon lessons, we treat each other fairly, squarely. We treat each other as Christ would treat them. And at times it's difficult because that's a standard he set. And standards we still have to strive because we are screwed up human beings. We're imperfect as hell. Doesn't matter their education level, we still accept them as they are. Doesn't matter their financial records, we still accept them as they are. Even Jesus accepted the tax collector. Even he accepted him. He accepted a lot of people. No discrimination on them. Of who and what they are and where they are. He cared about human beings. What's wrong with that? Well, we human beings are stupid. We like divisiveness. We like derision. We fight among ourselves. We have history. We have history people trying to make the changes positive, trying to do whatever they can to make the changes positive, even though not making history directly, but indirectly. And sometimes their sacrifices had to be made for others. Backs and bodies being bruised and beaten because they're different. Hell, Gandhi would have had a field day with us. And Gandhi was Indian. He was having problems with his own country of India, his own native born. He goes off to Britain, gets educated, and then discovers the world that he's growing up in, and the country, rediscovering his country and its people. I got respect for the guy. I really do. And she must be obeyed, so it looks like I get to obey, and we'll deal with this on another time.